Hi, I'm Warren Slater.
And I'm Pat Slater.
And we'd like to talk to you about when we applied to the Whangarei District Council to inspect the dog pound, which they then declined. In 2007 there were a number of issues in relation to the running of and animal welfare issues with the Whangarei District Council dog pound. Further to public pressure, a dog control review was undertaken with many submissions made to Council in July 2007. The dog control review members were Councillors Crichton Christie, Chair, Councillor Frank Newman, Councillor Sue Glenn and Max Atkins as an independent. This review was tabled and accepted to Council on the 5th of September 2007. There have been some developments with an addition to the administration building at the pound, but with time gone by we decided it was now appropriate to have an inspection of the pound in relation to the well-being of animals being contained there. We went through the whole of the dog control review recommendations and made up a checklist so upon our visit to the pound we could tick some boxes to see what improvements had been made. So with this in mind, and after discussion and great support and encouragement from an animal welfare organisation, in October before the Environmental Committee meeting I asked the Environmental Manager Mr Paul Dell in front of the Environmental Chair Councillor Shelley Deming to make an appointment for us to look at the pound. He stated he would get back to me. On the 11th of November, after the next Environmental Committee meeting, I sent an email to Mr Dell as he had not made contact to me and there had been plenty of occasions to do so as we attend all council meetings. He replied on the 12th of November.
Morning Warren. As you are aware, Grant and I have been working to implement a number of the recommendations of the dog management review that was undertaken prior to my commencing with WDC. Over the last 2 years there has been many changes, including the development of an audit system of the dog management contract, which we report to Council, the construction of the dog run at Poe Island, the soon-to-be finished upgrade to the pound, the move to injection euthanasia. Over the past 2 years my staff and I have received few complaints regarding dog management, which you will know to be a difficult area at the best of times. We also have a working relationship with the RSPCA, which has included trying to rehouse dogs where possible. They also undertake visits to the pound. With all the changes that have been put in place, I see no reason why you need to look around the pound and therefore decline the request to do so.
Cool. On the 12th of November I sent another email reminding him of our involvement regarding the dog issues before he joined the council.
Paul Dell, thank you for your reply to my email of the 11th of November 2009. Just to refresh your memory, prior to your employment with Whangarei District Council, Pat and I have been well involved with improving the services of animal control welfare in Whangarei. Many of these points were discussed when we, Patricia and Warren Slater, met with yourself, Councillor Crichton Christie, Mr Hines Showard and Mr Grant Couchman on the 23rd of November 2007. The dog management review undertaken and presented to Council by the review team reflected immensely on the submission that Pat and I had made to Council during the review process. We have involvement with the Pro Pets Help Group, who are also waiting patiently for developments to take place in regards to the review. They have been kept updated of developments and we felt it was now time to check for ourselves, hence the request for the visit. There were a number of issues regarding the upgrade of the animal care facilities, inclusive of the exercise yards, mentioned in the review, and to the best of our knowledge, we understand these changes may not have taken place as yet. The dog run at Poe Island, we also understand, was not part of the dog management review. We are aware some work will still not be complete, but we are happy for those issues to be discussed during the visit. We indeed need to move forward on this project and are disappointed that once again we are experiencing resistance with any requests regarding animal welfare. I would like to give you an opportunity to reconsider our request. We require a reply no later than the 20th of November 2009 to enable us to inform our next group meeting of developments. Warren and Patricia Slater.
Paul Dell replied on the 12th of November.
Warren, clearly not all matters of the review have been addressed at this time, however we are aware of that. In due course I will update Council. My decision read the visit has not changed.
On the 12th of November, because of the replies received, I emailed Councillor Shelley Deming.
You will be aware of the original request that was made to visit the pound to Mr P. Dell and the ensuing emails which you would have received copies of. Would you be kind to answer two questions? 1. What input have you had as an elected councillor and chair of the Whangarei District Council Environment Committee in the decision that has been made in regards to the request for us to visit the pound? 2. Should the request to visit the pound and the ensuing answer be a governance or management decision?
Yeah, to date I've had no contact from Shelley Deming in regards to this request. On the 19th of November I received an email from Mr Paul Dell again.
Hello Warren, you have inquired as to the role of the elected representatives in the decision on your request to visit the pound. As the Group Manager Environment, I am responsible for the management of the pound facility, and while I discussed this with Councillor Deming as the committee chair, I made the decision to refuse entry at this time.
Not really happy with these emails. On the 19th of November I contacted 2 councillors in regard to this latest reply, and they commented they would be happy to arrange a visit to the pound for us. The councillor stated,
as Councillor Shelley Deming was away, they would have to wait 2 weeks to discuss it with her.
We waited over 2 weeks and heard nothing, so on the 8th of December I contacted one of the councillors, left a message that I would catch up with them at the meeting the next day. There was no contact at the meeting, so I waited for them to return my message I had left with their spouse on the 8th of December. I phoned again on the 15th of December saying I was waiting for them to call and was still waiting for the arrangements to visit the pound.
They were waiting for Councillor Shelley Deming to come back to them
and proceeded to ask me
if we wished to go through the pound before Christmas.
My reply was yes. I was then told
that they would contact Councillor Shelley Deming and get back to me.
Well, guess what? It's now Christmas and we still haven't heard a thing, so it looks like there is no Chrissy presents for the unfortunate canines who have a vacation destined in the Whangarei District Council pound. We firmly believe from reliable information received that the temperature issues inside the pound kennel areas in our hot summers in Whangarei of some 43 degrees, the drainage cleanliness issues of the kennels, the implementation of euthanasia by lethal injection, and the improvement of the exercise areas have still not been resolved. There are examples of different press releases, media releases available on our website. We would have thought the animal welfare issues would have been a priority.
What don't they want us to see or know?
We're trying to make positive inroads, ensuring that the upgrades to the Whangarei District Council dog pound are up to the standard as recommended by the Dog Control Review members. We constantly get criticised by Council for being negative. Hello, is this not a positive request? Being made so difficult that it may turn into something negative?
Why we're being blocked from inspecting the dog pound? What do they have to hide from the public?
In our opinion, from comments we have been exposed to, there has been a vast improvement to the behaviour and culture of the contractor E&L Limited and their staff. And personally, we have seen some fine examples of the way their officers treat the public.
That's for sure. It's been great to see.
It must be hard for them to provide a much needed service to the high standard required when we believe the tools that Council provide with the pound facility are not to a better standard as recommended by the review team. With this in mind, we are of the opinion that the Whangarei District Council is again failing in its feeble attempt to provide a standard of animal welfare which is acceptable to the majority of the public and also a requirement by law. I have been keeping the Animal Welfare Agency and various media updated of any developments or the lack of developments regarding our requests and the refusals of our requests to visit the dog pound by Whangarei District Council senior management, and they too are waiting for a more positive outcome. It seems that the senior management have more say than our elected representatives. Is this right? Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and any support will be most welcome to make improvements for our canine friends. Contact can be made through our website www.warrenslater.co.nz.
They are meant to be man's best friend.
Bye for now.
Let us hope it gets sorted.